Stephen A. Smith has got a clip going viral right now where he says, hey, a lot of what Trump said about January 6th, and there being FBI informants in the crowd on January 6th, including leading some people into the Capitol on that day. Now you see Stephen A. Smith saying a lot of what Trump has been saying is true. Yes, it is. And I think we're in an interesting time where many people are willing to reassess their priors. And I think it was a combo of two things happening. One, the media gaslighting everybody and saying this was the best version of Biden, that he was sharp as a tack behind closed doors. The guy can barely speak now. And I think everybody saw that on June 27th. And then they told you that Kamala was going to win, and she lost all 7 swing states, and she lost the popular vote. She gave up 312 electoral votes to Trump, the biggest win for a Republican since 1988 in the overall marketplace out there. I think that reality has turned a lot of people off. People have turned their back on MSNBC. They turned their back on CNN. And I think what's being sought is just authenticity, and all the lies being stacked on top of each other are becoming more and more significant. And even the lies are starting to cost some money. And you're seeing a seismic cultural shift underway.
Many of you guys know I've been basically posting videos about Stephen A. Smith from ESPN for quite some time. And some of you guys had written me or commented and said, why are you posting about Stephen A. Smith? Because I had an inclination, no proof. I said, this dude's lying. He's doing what he's supposed to do because he's been paid or told, make sure you do this or do that. But every time he'd post a video, I'm like, dude sounds like a Republican. And then he went from being a Democrat to an independent. And then he started calling out Kamala Harris because Kamala Harris spent all this money. Well, he posted a video, which I'm about to show you. And in this video, he's pissed off at the Democrats because one of the worst things you can do to people in the media is lie to them. And he's feeling like he's been lied to.
The news comes amidst a bombshell report from the Justice Department that revealed the FBI had at least 26 confidential informants on the ground when the Capitol was stormed on January 6, 2021. The report says most of the informants engaged in illegal activity during the chaos. The Justice Department says only 3 of its 26 informants present had been instructed to observe potential domestic terrorist suspects on the day of the riot. The rest of the 23 appeared to have gone to the Capitol on their own accord. Upon hearing news of the report, Vice President-elect J.D. Vance posted the following on X, quote, "For those keeping score at home, this was labeled a dangerous conspiracy theory months ago," end quote. Didn't hear anything about that for the election. Didn't hear anything about that when the quote-unquote insurrection was broached by Vice President Kamala Harris as a Democratic nominee. The belief that Donald Trump was a danger to democracy and using this as a profound, illuminating bullet point to make that case. And now here we are yet again finding even more evidence to Donald Trump's claims when he articulated that.
What do you mean we? I don't know what you're talking about, we, Stephen. See, many of us have known this for quite some time, and we were telling you they were lying to you. I don't know if the checks cashed or they cleared or whatever, but you're just now catching up to us from a long time ago. You bought it all, whether you really did or not. You played the minstrel for these people. You did the shuck and jive. And now you're looking for a refund. Yo, bro, no refunds. You didn't want to vote for Trump. You were all in on Kamala, your sister. And now you're questioning, why did Oprah, her friend, bill her for a couple million? I don't know if you're questioning that or the fact that you didn't get a check. I don't know. But don't say there that all of a sudden this is coming out, because we all knew. You could have just done some due diligence and found out for yourself.
The process is rigged. My big issue is that I'm really, really sick and tired of every time I turn around finding something else that the Democrats have lied about or downplayed or misrepresented along the way. I mean, I see Republicans like Megyn Kelly or Officer Tatum or Candace Owens or, the Sean Hannitys of the world. You know what I'm getting tired of? I'm getting to the Democratic Party. You know what I'm getting really pissed off about? I'm getting really ticked off at every time they open their mouth about something pertaining to y'all, they seem right to me.
That's because we are. You see, this is part of what I'm seeing happening across the media. People like Stephen A. who can basically say what he wants. He doesn't really care. And he's he's whining and complaining that he ends up looking stupid. Meanwhile, the people on CNN and MSNBC, they have to keep up the charade. They have to keep going with the minstrel act. That's how their bread is buttered. But people who know, even like Leslie Stahl a couple of videos ago where she's like, I don't think this media thing is going to work. She actually said that. Vance Jones a couple days ago. Yeah, Trump is smarter than all of us. He kicked our butts. Yeah, there's some people coming out now with mea culpas. Have you been noticing? Have you been noticing some of the people coming out and going, hey, this is some crap. You used me. I'm gonna just call this Exhibit 920 of my case that I've been telling you that the Democrats aren't going to win anything anytime soon. You burned too many viable bridges. See, those bridges ain't coming. They're not going to be rebuilt anytime soon. You have too many integral people looking side-eye at you going, you've been lying all this time? Do you understand what it makes me look like because I supported you? That I kept making videos and putting myself out there and talking about Kamala this and Kamala that? And now we're finding out everything that Sean Hannity and Candace Owens and Officer Tatum and Barry and Benny Johnson and PBD, it's all true? Yep, it's all true. You've been hoodwinked with your $10-15 million a year salary over at ESPN, and you started moonlighting in politics, but you didn't want to hear it. And now, look at you. Now you're seeing it from the same news stations that you watch that, they staged it all. But you didn't even want to see, Democrats, and I'll call them good Democrats, not the crazies. There are good people who are Democrats who are just bamboozled. You have to understand that. I know Democrats. I got some in my family. They're not crazy. They just didn't understand that they've been hoodwinked, hypnotized, bamboozled. Pick your word. They didn't understand it was that bad. That everything that they were being shown was a complete flipping illusion. And now, how do you think you're going to get these people back? Again, as I've been saying, when Trump does what he says and he makes it so your grocery prices are cheaper and your gas prices are cheaper and your taxes are less, personal and business. When you're safer, when all of this stuff starts happening, you're paying less for a house, you're paying less for rent. When all this stuff starts happening, how are you going to get these people back? You see, we're all here. We all know what's coming. We understand you're fighting, and this is why, Trudeau is having an issue and different countries are freaking out because the globalists understand at this point he's about to tear that to pieces. But the good Democrats, ones who, they're legitimate. You've got family members who aren't crazy. They've just been lifelong Democrats. They thought this was true. And now they're finding out they've been lied to.
Make the case that the right had a monopoly on insidious, evil tendencies, corrupt tendencies, duplicitous, hypocritical, untruthful tendencies. And every time they made those accusations, we turn around and find out that at least some of them are guilty of the same shit. I don't know about y'all, but I'm sick of all of it. I'm sick of all of it. They've actually made Donald Trump look like he was right instead of them.
That's because he was. They didn't make him look like he was right. He was right all along. So you're still not there, Stephen A. You got to take that leap. If you see my video tonight, I can help you, brother. But you got to take that leap and realize you've been completely lied to. You were completely hoodwinked. And now that you're seeing, and this is what really happens bad, now that you're seeing that they lied about this, you have to sit back and wonder, what else have they lied to you about? Oh yeah, because at that point, now you start thinking, you start doubting, well, they told me this. Is that true? Oh no, you're about to see more of that. I hope you didn't get the jabademic. Wait till that stuff comes out. Pretty much, I think you did, because I think ESPN made everybody do it. Wait till that stuff comes out and you find out more and more. There are going to be some pissed off Democrats. The more stuff gets revealed. Oh, wait. What about the list? What about some of the people, Stephen A., that you've been interviewing over the last decade, hold in high regard in the NBA, entertainment? What happens when you start seeing some of those people's name on these lists and find out they've been traveling and going back and forth and doing some untoward stuff with, dare I say, kids? What happens to your worldview when you find out you've been hanging out with people who have been doing really bad things to kids? What kind of culture shock will it be when you look around the room and go, I've been partying with them, I know them, and I didn't know when I wasn't around them, they were doing stuff on one of these, parties or islands. Or did you go to any of these parties? Better come clean now. I'm telling you, anybody, I'm looking in the camera, anybody who's been to one of these parties that you thought was just fun, but you knew what was going on, I would make a beeline to talking to Kash Patel or somebody. Don't be the one standing when the music stops. Y'all know what happened. Those of you here watching this video, if you have not looked at some stuff that Katt Williams has put out, Katt Williams is a black comedian, and Katt Williams has been kind of talking about some of the stuff that he observed. I would almost have to think that the people that Stephen A. Smith hobnobbed with, he's going to know some of these people who did some crazy stuff. Why do you find that out, Stephen? Because right now you're like, that can't possibly be true. What happens when you find out it's true? Your entire worldview gets shattered. Again, as more of this information comes out, more Democrats will flee that party. They're not going to want to be associated with that.